Hello guys, Zach here with another random map game, and today it's going to be another random civil game from TheViper. I'm going to show you who he's playing against today. He's playing against Blue here, playing as Aztecs, Mr. Iori, or Iori. I'll call him Iori for the time being. I'm not sure exactly how he should be pronounced, so I'm going to call him that, because why not? Over to the left-hand side of the map, and over to the right, in red, we have Random Civil, aka TheViper, playing as Britons. I've got to say, I do love this account because he does play with random civilizations. It makes it a little bit more interesting, and it mixes things up a little bit, which I like a lot, and I'm very glad he's doing this for us, for our entertainment, and for good quality videos, I suppose you could say, because he is actually playing a lot of games with this account at the moment, and he's doing pretty well for himself. And yeah, it's very entertaining to watch, so I've got to thank him very much for that. No idea what Iori just said there, no idea whatsoever, but yeah, map is Arabia, and we're going to speed things up a little bit until they get up to the Feudal Age, because that's what we do, because we know what happens in the Dark Ages, the same old, same old. We might see Age Rush from Iori, perhaps, maybe. And while these guys are getting started, I want to take this opportunity to talk maybe a little bit with you, I suppose I could say that. Basically, it's kind of weird, you know, because I feel really privileged to be able to speak to maybe, like, I don't know, 1,500 people every day, because I put out a video pretty much every day, as you know, and usually they get between 1,000 and 2,000 video views. Well, I'm talking to 2,000 of you, like, almost on a daily basis, and it's quite a big realization, and it's quite a lot. I don't know, it's not pressure, but it's like, I don't know, it's a little bit weird, to be perfectly honest with you, and I'm really happy to be in this position where I can do this, because it's good fun for me, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a little bit symbolic of where the channel's going and what direction it's heading. But anyway, I was thinking last night, I was in bed, and I was just thinking, you know, it would be nice if, not all the time, but every now and then again, I shared a few words of wisdom, perhaps. Maybe not wisdom, but, you know, used my position that I'm in to be able to, maybe not influence, but, I don't know, be a little bit, I don't even know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but maybe, you know, just give you guys something to think about, perhaps. I was just thinking last night, because I'm at university, I don't see my family very much. And I'm really excited because, as you know, I'm going back home in 6 or 7 days. I think 6 days. And I'm really excited for that. I can't tell you how excited I am to be going home, because it's awesome for me. I get to see my mum, and obviously, you know, I miss my mum. I've not seen her in a long while, and everyone, I think, misses their parents if they're away for a long time at any rate. And so I wanted to take this opportunity to say to you, give someone today. This is a little challenge, I suppose. Well, not even a challenge, because you should do it out of the goodness of your own hearts. But today, ring up someone you love. It might be your mum if you're living away from home. It might be your dad if you're living away from home. It might be your grandparents. It might be your brother who's in another country or another city. It might be your sister. It might be, it could be whoever. The love of your life who may be in another country. There is someone that you probably love who is not close to you right now, and you probably haven't spoke to them for a little while. And I know that I haven't spoke to my uncle and my aunt for a long while, and I gave them a ring earlier, and I feel great about it. And it will mean the world to them if you give them a ring, catch up with them, and it would mean so much, because people lose contact with each other very quickly when they're away from each other. And I make a point of trying to talk to my mum and ring her as often as possible while I'm at university. And obviously, you know, there's a lot of people who I probably should talk to a little bit more, and I urge you just to do that today. And you will make yourself feel good. You'll have a catch up with someone that you love, and you'll probably make someone else's day as well. So I want to, I urge you to do that today. And I know I'm being a little bit philosophical and all that, but I think it's a genuinely nice thing to do, and I'm sure the person who you choose to call or whatever will really appreciate it. So that's what I'd like you to do if you want to, of course. It's completely your choice. And yeah, I think that's a nice way to start off a video. I won't be doing this all the time, but every now and then I might, just chime in with a little reminder to tell those who you love that you love them, or something like that. And I know this is a little bit out of character as well. I feel very philosophical today. Anyway, let's get back to the game, shall we? And you probably noticed I slowed things down to fit all that in. I hadn't really planned what I was going to say, but there we go. It's out there now. Random civil Viper building a barracks already. Iori just walling himself in for the time being. Britain's obviously going to go for archers, as once they get up to the castle age they get an extra range for free on their archers there, which makes them a very, very good civilization for doing an archer rush. I'm just wondering why Iori is walling himself in so much. He hasn't even built a barracks yet, and I think he's up to the feudal age, but Viper here is only just getting up, and I don't know. I'm a bit confused why Iori is walling himself in. There we go, with the barracks going up now. Let's see what the Viper goes for. I'm pretty sure he's going to throw down a couple of archery ranges. One to begin with, there we go, and two, there we go. And he will be making archers and skirmishers from there. He's only got 3 villagers gathering gold for the time being, and I like this palisade walls down just for some protection from scout rush perhaps, because this gold is fairly far from his town centre actually. It's a little way away, and it would be a little bit awkward for him to have to keep running backwards and forwards from town centre to gold. Over on Iori's side of the map, he has just reached feudal age. Well, he's just about to, and I imagine we'll see some archery ranges from him as well. Let's have a look. What is he doing? Yeah, archery range. There's not really much you can do as an Aztec player, as you don't get a stable, so you can't exactly build scouts or anything like that. So it's pretty much a given what the Aztec player is going to go for, and it all gets interesting when it gets up to the castle age, because that is where things start to diversify a little bit. As you can see, Viper creating some archers there. I'm sure he's going to send them across the map in a moment. Let's see what his scouting is like. He doesn't actually, well, I'm sure he does know where Iori is, but he's not scouted him out yet. And Iori knows exactly where the Viper is. His scouting is fairly decent. He knows exactly where he is at. But where is his scout gone? That's interesting. Is he lost his scout? He may have done. That's interesting. I don't know where his Eagle Warrior has gone. He might have lost it to the Viper's town centre, which is definitely not good. Sorry if I missed that. And that means he's not going to be able to scout the rest of the map, which of course is fairly important, as you're going to want to be able to find these extra gold piles that are around. Obviously we have the advantage of being able to see, but I've got to say Iori's map isn't great. Viper has a lot of gold right at the back over here, and they are all on the Viper's side, so the Viper's got a pretty decent map. He's not walling himself exactly, he's just building a kind of wall around his town centre to keep his villagers safe, and out he goes with his archers, and he is going to try and do whatever harassment he can. He's going to find that Iori is fully walled though, apart from this little gap here, which I'm not sure what he's doing with that. Maybe the Viper's going to find his way in, we'll have to see. But Iori is fully walled, and the Viper is probably going to, well, I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to have to break through eventually, or somewhere. Or has he got a sixth sense? Oh no, we don't want to do that. Or has he got a sixth sense, and does he know that this wall is actually open? Well, he can't know, surely. Maybe he's just going to try and break through here. He's just researched fletching. As you can see, his line of sight went a little bit higher there as the range increased on those archers. And continuing to build archers. Let's see if he decides to go up to the castle age pretty quickly. You can see that Iori's walled in, so we can I can imagine that the Viper is, oh nice, just in range of that wood there. That's pretty decent. He's gonna be able to maybe, well no, he's not gonna be able to kill any villagers, but he's able to push them away. He knows that Iori is walled, so I imagine Iori is going for some kind of fast castle perhaps, but he is making archers as well, so I suppose Iori is not playing it too risque, although he doesn't have fletching yet, as his blacksmith is only just going up. So I actually thought Iori would perhaps do a fast castle with the fact that he walled himself in so early on. Ignoring the fact that the Viper is outside of his base, sending his dudes across the map, and I don't know if they were patrolled there, but he definitely managed to get a few good kills there. Very nice from him. He's managed to take the score lead, and now pushing over towards the Viper's base. The Viper putting down a third archery range, so he's committed to this. He knows he's walled, and usually if your opponent walls, You might be thinking, well, hang on a minute, they might be going to the Castle Age pretty quickly, but the Viper's seen this army of Iori's, and he knows he's not going to be advancing up anytime soon, really, although saying that, he's getting quite close to the Castle Age. But the Viper throwing down that third archery range to get out some extra units, and now he's going to be able to defend this, I think. I mean, he's not walled himself like Iori has, but he's got the buildings in place to make sure his villagers are pretty well protected, and fighting downhill as well is going to give him a nice advantage. Iori having to retreat there, and now the Viper is not really keeping any pressure on Iori whatsoever. Aztecs, pretty decent economy. They are probably going to be going up to the Castle Age pretty soon, I imagine. He just needs a little bit more gold. There we go. He's got plenty of gold on there, and he needs a little bit more food as well. But he's not too far from the Castle Age. The Viper isn't so close yet, and of course making quite a lot of archers at this stage as well. Has he got +1 armor? No, he's not, but Iori has got fletching now. Iori has lost quite a few archers though already, and the Viper is looking to be in a fairly decent situation right now. Again, proxy walling his, well, I don't know if you call them proxy walls, but half-built walls so that his villagers can quickly run over and wall them up if necessary. It's always good to take the extra precaution. Now the Viper pushing back out again. What has Iori got waiting for him? Well, he's got a few archers and skirmishers, throwing down a third archery range, and nearly getting up to 800 food. I imagine he's going to be advancing before Viper, actually, at this stage. It depends how well he can wall himself in. Of course, if Viper can't get through and Iori makes it up to the Castle Age with quite a lot of archers and skirmishers left, then Iori will be able to upgrade them and take out the Viper's feudal army pretty quickly. So Iori's in a decent situation. Obviously, walling is a little bit of a taboo on Arabia. I mean, you can wall yourself in, you can stonewall yourself in if you really want to, and just try and boom and catch your opponent off guard. But I don't know, it's a little bit of a taboo because Arabia is supposed to be an open map. It's all about the feudal wars and fighting out in the open fields, I suppose you could say. And oh god, I sound so philosophical today, it's ridiculous. But obviously, deciding to wall himself in, he already actually lost a villager there, almost lost a second one, and he probably wasn't expecting that, to be honest. That villager is going to be out of harm's way in just a second, but that was a very nice little snipe from Viper there, and Iori running into some skirmishes, so he's going to want to stay back. Up to the Castle Age though, Iori's going to be castle first, and he's got a pretty decent sized army here. If he upgrades them and takes out Viper's army, then he's going to be in a great position, and Viper must know that he's just advanced because his score just dropped. So I imagine the Viper will be upgrading pretty soon as well. But look at the population, 68 to 63, so these guys are pretty neck and neck, and Iori's up to the Castle Age first, so it's looking pretty darn promising for him at the moment. Let's see what the Viper's doing with this villager. Maybe he's going to tower this, perhaps. In fact, here would be a good place for a tower with a palisade behind it. Maybe he's going to do that. Let's just keep an eye on this villager. I reckon he's going to do that, you know. Oh, no, he's not. He's cutting through this. Oh, cheeky fucker. Oh, my. That was a badass move. I'm sorry, but that was just too cool for school. That was absolutely beautiful. I wish I could rewind, you know. That was awesome. Just bringing that villager over. He spotted that tree could be walled. Cutting it down, palisading it on, and boom, he's through. And wow, that caught Iori off guard. Though Iori's on into the Castle Age now. Viper's not advancing yet. He will be in a moment. Iori could upgrade this army pretty quickly. Let's see. Crossbowman is on the way. So he could get this army out of his base pretty quickly. But oh my god, that was an amazing move by the Viper. I'm glad I didn't miss that because I had not watched this recording before. So wow, that was so pro. I just can't get over how pro that was. That was insane. But the Viper into Iori's base, and Iori's just going to have crossbowmen in just a second, so the Viper could lose his army here. So, although that was an amazing move, it looks like he's going to be caught out here. It looks like he could lose his villagers. Iori's into the score lead. Crossbowmen chasing up the rear, as well as these skirmishers. If Iori splits, brings the skirmishers here and the crossbowmen here, Viper has no escape. I'm not sure what he's doing with these crossbowmen exactly. He should have brought them over here to head these archers off, but Viper probably going to lose these archers without taking out too many villagers from Iori, though he is disrupting his economy to say the least. Viper on the way up to the Castle Age, and These archers are going to get trapped. They're being cornered. There is no way out, Viper. These guys are going to die, and you know it. Look at the Iori's score just rising there as the Viper loses all of his archers. Not looking so good for the Viper right now, even though that was such a pro move. I've got to say, I'm thoroughly impressed by that. And the Viper not really left with much army at all. 64 population to 63 still, though. Iori's a little bit slow to get on the gas with the economy. He needs to rebuild his farms and such. But he's got a pretty decent army at the moment, and I'm sure he will probably upgrade to Elite Skirmisher at some point as well. So Viper not looking so strong at the moment. He's on his way up to the Castle Age, though. Let's see what he can do from here. We'll have to see. But Iori looks like he's going to be pushing out. He knows he's just taken out most of Viper's army, though he has got a few waiting in the wings so that he can upgrade them once he gets up to the Castle Age. More archers being created, and Iori pushing out over the map. Let's see what he does. Viper creating some skirmishes up to the Castle Age now, and where's his upgrades? Well, Bodkin Arrow is straight out, but obviously Iori's already got Bodkin Arrow +1 defense as well. So these guys are going to be neck and neck for upgrades in just a short moment. Now Viper's going to have to play this very safe, I think. Crossbowmen and skirmishers coming in. He's going to need the crossbowman upgrade. There we go, it's on its way now. Bodkin Arrow is just being completed, and he has got a watchtower here as well, so he's going to be pretty safe for the time being. Iori needs to get some economical harassment done, really. There we go, crossbowmen being upgraded. Really good timing there. Viper wanting to get back so Iori's not on the hill. Obviously, you don't want to be fighting uphill. It's really not good, so he's going to try and force him away from the hill. If you can force him to chase him and then rise to this hill, he's going to be in a great position, but Iori's not falling for any of that nonsense, and he's going to try and look for another angle of attack. He could even pick off some villages here, actually. If he does do that, it's going to be a nice situation. Nope, not going to happen. Viper getting inside of his town centre too quick, and there we go, Elite Skirmisher for the Viper, which is more than I can say for Iori at the moment. And now we're going to see the Viper's power. I imagine he is, he's going to be starting to own this one up, I think. Let's just see. As you can see, 5+3 on crossbowmen there, and only 5+2 for Iori. That's the Britain's bonus of getting the extra 1 range on these guys. So chasing Iori down is going to be made that much easier just by the fact that he has these extra powerful, or not extra powerful, extra long ranged crossbowmen. They're pushing out across the map now. Let's see what damage he can do. Remember, Iori had a gap in his wall, and it looks to me like that gap still exists. So let's see if the Viper actually goes through here. He's going to be able to kill some villagers. That gap hasn't been closed by the looks of things. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's in. No, he's not in. Is he in? I can't tell, but he's fighting a mangonel. He's absolutely fine, though. Just taking out the mangonel. Really good timing. Yeah, he's in. And now Iori is like, what? He's in my base, killing my shit. What am I going to do? Well, he's got plenty of town centres. He's got 2 town centres out already. He can quickly get inside there. He's got another mangonel, but mangonel firing uphill isn't so great. It's going to take a couple of shots to kill off a lot of crossbowmen, and I'm sure the Viper will be in a nice position to micro them out the way. So Iori doing what is the logical thing, I think, in this position, trying to keep the pressure on at the Viper's base, but Viper's not having any of it. 106 population to 78. But this is interesting. Iori going up to the Imperial Age. Pretty classic standard, well, I don't know if you call it standard, but a pretty classic Aztec strategy. Going up to the Imperial Age pretty quickly, throwing up some barracks, and then spamming Elite Eagle Warriors. It could just win him the game. Obviously, the Viper is a little way off from Imperial. He only needs 900 more food and 600 more gold, 300 more gold now. What am I on about? He needs a little more. Oh god, my math is terrible. Yeah, he needs 800 gold and 1,000 food. Just ignore what I just said. But obviously the Viper's keeping the pressure on, so we'll have to see what Iori can do. His mangonels are failing miserably. They're getting cut to bits by these crossbowmen thanks to that extra range. 7 range on these guys, 8 range on the crossbowmen, so the mangonel being outranged, unable to do anything pretty much. And now the barracks going up for Iori. He's going to get reached Imperial Age in a few moments. Let's see how much damage the Viper can do. He's attacking on 2 fronts. Iori's going to lose some more villagers here, perhaps. Yeah, there we go, there's 2 dead. 3, 4, he's not running away, he's just letting the Viper kill him off. That's a bit of a mistake. He's obviously too preoccupied with these guys over here, and the Viper killing off way more villagers than he should have done right there. That's like a wall of death right there. Those elite skirmishers, not even so strong, but managing to kill off a lot of villagers. And he's in with the crossbowmen as well. These villagers getting owned. Iori is going to struggle so hard right now because, well, the Viper is killing a lot of his villagers. His economy is seriously hurt, and the Viper's score is definitely in the lead, killing off these mangonels like butter. I don't even know if that's the right analogy to use. I don't care. But killing off these villagers extremely quickly as well. Man, what a perfect play from him. Missed Iori. Getting out some Eagle Warriors at last, but I think it's a little bit too late. He's lost so many villagers. This is like a 53 population to 132. The Viper pretty much coming out of nowhere. Iori really did have the upper hand until the Castle Age. But now it's not looking so good, is it? He's losing a lot of villagers. Even though he's Imperial now, he's not got the resources and he's not got the economy to sustain production of villagers at the very least. He could do with a few more elite Eagle Warriors, but he's not even building them. Look how messed his economy is. His villagers aren't even gathering properly, and the Viper is wreaking havoc upon his base. He must be laughing to himself right now. But yeah, he's got no wood. That's a little bit of a problem, isn't it? Having no wood, always a little bit awkward. Obviously his crossbowmen outrange the town centres as well, so they can just snipe villagers off from a distance. And Iori, I don't know if he's given up or what, because he's not producing anything. I don't think he's not producing villagers, he's not producing Eagle Warriors, he's not producing any military units. I don't know what he's doing. He's probably just like me when I'm up against a 1600 player or something, just like frolicking around, having no idea what's going on. Something just happened though. He's obviously just started queuing up. There we go. He's queuing up some Eagle Warriors. Maybe went AFK for a minute, and he's like, I've come back. I've been AFK, and now he's in my base, killing me. Perhaps Eagle Warrior, elite Eagle Warrior done. But I don't think he's going to be able to get up to the critical amount of Eagle Warriors he needs now. Yeah, a little bit risky. Maybe instead of upgrading to Elite Eagle Warrior, he could have invested a little bit more in Eagle Warriors. He's not got the food income. He's got like 3 military units. These Eagle Warriors aren't going to be able to do enough. There's no chance. He has definitely lost this game. Viper's going to take this. Iori's going to have to resign pretty soon. There we go. He's resigned. And pretty good game. I was impressed by Viper's skill with that palisade here. That was just so good to watch. Absolutely amazing. And also as well, I didn't really say much about Viper's economy. I was focusing on over here, but if you have a look, Viper's economy all that while was absolutely going strong. Britons have really good a good boom because they get cheaper town centres. As you can see, 2 town centres here, the third right here, 4 town centres. Yeah, pretty standard boom, and just so much economy as well. And up to the Castle Age, these guys were neck and neck. In fact, Iori was probably ahead up to the Castle Age. So it obviously all went wrong all too quickly for Iori, and the Viper wins this one. Pretty darn good game if you ask me, but who am I to judge? So thank you very much for watching. I've been Zach, and I will see you next time.